Honorable Governor of Gujarat, Sri Om Prakash Kohli ji, Honorable Chief Minister Sri Vijay Bhai Rupani, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, Sri Manohar Lal Khattar, Excellencies who have come from different parts of the globe, Honorable Ministers of Gujarat, and also Minister of Government of India, representatives from different industrial groups across the country and also across the globe, and my dear brothers and sisters. Navami Vibrant Gujarat Summit, ma bhag leta hu, खूब ज आनंदनी लागनी अनुभव છું. ગુજરાત રાજ્ય તેમના ઉદ્યોગ સાહસિકતા અને વ્યવસાય શ્રેષ્ઠતા માટે ઓળખાય છે. ગુજરાતના લોકોએ અનેક વાણિજ્યિક સાહસમાં સફળતા પ્રાપ્ત કરી છે, જેનું કારણ તેમની મહેનત અને વ્યાપારિક કુશળતા છે. ગુજરાત સરકારનું પહેલ પ્રશંસાદાયક છે. દેશ વિદેશથી આવેલા બધા જ પ્રતિનિધિઓનું હું બિઝનેસ કોન્ક્લેવમાં સ્વાગત કરું છું. My dear sisters and brothers, it's a pleasure for me to stand here today and address this August gathering on the occasion of the valedictory ceremony of the 9th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. I'm very happy to know that more than 135 country representatives have participated in this conference, and really this has proved to be a truly global summit. Gujaratis are known for their entrepreneurial spirit, trading skills, doklas, dandiyas, and diamonds all over the world. Gujarat had flourishing trade with many countries even earlier, including Egypt and China those days. In ancient times, from textile to diamonds, Gujaratis have made a mark in almost every commercial enterprise when they undertook because of their hard work and business acumen. In India's freedom movement too, Gujarat was in the forefront. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, India's Iron Man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, former Prime Minister Morarji Bhai Desai, and the current Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi hails from this noble land. That is the speciality of this great state. In ancient as well as modern times, people have come to our country for different purposes. Some came for trade, some to study its diverse culture, and some to gain spiritual enlightenment. Times have changed, but not the reasons. India is still the hotspots of culture, trade, and spirituality. It is this quality that attracts people from the world over. And today, the land of culture has become the land of opportunities. Please underline, the land of culture has become the land of opportunities. India was always known for its vibrant culture, spirituality, and sages. Today, the rapid strides made by India from IT sector to space, the opening up of the economy, the presence of educated and skilled manpower, and a mature parliamentary democratic system have turned India into a land of opportunities. Some of the foremost multilateral financing institutions, rating agencies, economists, thought leaders, whether it is World Bank, World Economic Forum, Asian Development Bank, or Moody's ratings or any rating, everybody is saying that India's growth will be amongst the highest, higher than the most developed economies, higher than the most emerging economies in the coming days. The entire world is looking towards India because India is a place of happening, and India is looking towards Gujarat because the Gujarat people are known for entrepreneurship, and Gujarat shows the way for progress. With the GDP growth consistently remaining above 7%, experts have predicted India to become $10 trillion economy and the third largest by 2030. This growth being achieved is not just representative of the vast pool of enterprising people, but is also supported by progressive and long-term reforms, sound financial acumen, and the impetus given to building a robust infrastructure. It is because of these factors that for the first time ever, India has registered the fastest growth in FDI in over 2 decades. The FDI inflows into India were to the tune of $38 billion in 2018, overtaking China. India is emerging as the favorite destination in emerging markets. Global companies from around the world have been considering India as their second home with renewed optimism and enthusiasm. The World Bank in its latest forecast says that India will continue to be the fastest growing major economy in the world. It said the GDP is expected to grow at 7.3% this fiscal year and 7.5% next in the coming 2 years. In the coming years, the size of Indian economy is expected to touch $5 trillion, which would further double to 10 trillion by 2030. My dear sisters and brothers, as you are all aware, the liberalization of Indian economy began in the early 90s under the regime of the then Prime Minister Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao. And the liberalization process picked up momentum during the regime of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee really brought in connectivity revolution in this country, because connectivity is the key for economic growth. He brought the air connectivity, rail connectivity, highway connectivity, rural connectivity, tele-connectivity, television connectivity, port connectivity, and also political connectivity. He brought together the entire country. That is the beginning of the economy. Moving forward, my dear friends, Sri Vajpayee ushered in connectivity revolution in different sectors, from telecom to rural roads, giving a huge boost to the Indian economy. Now the Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, through various measures and reforms, has ensured that the fundamentals of Indian economy remain strong as it continues on the growth trajectory. The reforms taken up by the government in the past few years have made India the top destination for investments in the world. It would be relevant here to recall that the former US President Barack Obama has described Sri Narendra Bhai Modi as reformer-in-chief in a profile he had written on the Prime Minister for the Time magazine. The way reforms are being undertaken, implemented in India is very impressive, and the entire world is looking with interest towards these reforms that are taking place in this country. The Prime Minister has given a 3-line advice, or mantra, whatever you call. He said reform, perform, and transform. Transform the nation, transformation of the lives of the people. That is the purpose of these reforms. I'm happy that these reforms are picking up, and there is a broad consensus, irrespective of political differences. All parties are now broadly supporting reforms. State after state is competing with each other in implementing reforms because they want to improve the standards of the people of their respective countries. The annual FDI inflows in the country are expected to rise to rupees $75 billion over the next 5 years, according to report by UBS. In fact, this is the right time for foreign investors to tap the huge potential offered by India in various sectors, from real estate to healthcare. India is the bright spot in the world's economy today. Global corporations are looking towards India and getting attracted to India because of the huge untapped potential in Indian consumer market, which is being driven by a favorable demographics and rising disposable incomes. My dear brothers and sisters, for information, India is having a demographic dividend. 65% of the Indian population is below 35 years. Nowhere, anywhere in the world, this sort of demographic dividend is available. 65% of the population below 35 years. We have an aspirational youth. With the government implementing comprehensive reform agenda to attract private investments and promote market freedom, most sectors are now open for 100% foreign participation through FDI under the automatic route. Several policy initiatives such as Make in India, Skill India, Digital India, Smart Cities, Startup India, granting infrastructure status to housing sector, implementation of the RERA, Real Estate Regulation Authority, and Housing for All schemes are creating the right environment for economy to grow. Before becoming the Vice President, before occupying this constitutional office, I was a minister for some time, looking after urban development, smart cities, program, metros, housing. Worldwide, there is a lot of interest to come and invest in India. Added to that, the PPP model, public-private partnership, is also attracting people to join this momentum of this country. My dear sisters and brothers, India has a unique model of cooperative and competitive federalism, where center, state come together to chart a structured and comprehensive course for inclusive progress and prosperity. This makes the states the hotbed of all activities in the country. It is heartening to note that the Gujarat has emerged as a shining example of this structure. Through this important summit, the message of India's readiness for enhancing bilateral trade, business and investment has become known around the world. I am quite happy to note that various states are fiercely competing among themselves to attract investors and promote industrialization. You have just now seen we are in a Vibrant Gujarat summit, and one of the Chief Minister of Haryana, he was canvassing for his state. That is the competition between the states in India. Every state is competing with other state. He did a good job utilizing this opportunity to promote the case of his state. Unless the states become strong, the country cannot become strong. Unless country becomes strong, the world cannot become strong. India never attacked any country. India believes in the philosophy of Vasudaika Kutumbakam. The entire world is one family. That is the philosophy of India. Every time Dick and Harry came and attacked India, ruled and ruined India. But India, with all its past history of once upon a time called as Viswaguru, never attacked any country. Because share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. We want Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Everybody should be prosperous. The entire world must be peaceful. Peace is the prerequisite for progress. My dear friends, I would like to tell the entire world community from this forum of Vibrant Gujarat Summit, 3 important challenges are there before the humanity, before the world. One is the terror. Terror has no religion. It's an enemy of humanity. It should be rooted out totally by all countries coming together. That is the need of the hour. Because as I told you, peace is a prerequisite for progress. Number 2, another important aspect is the climate change, which is happening very fast. We must all come together, work together to take care to see that the climate change effect is minimized, and we all take proactive steps to face the challenge of climate change. That's why the Prime Minister has taken initiative and joined with France to have the Solar Alliance now, which is really attracting wider attention and participation. The third one is corruption. Corruption eats into the vitals of our system. Worldwide, this is a big challenge. So world community must join together to exchange information about illegal bank accounts of different countries. They must exchange information. And also, they must also have extradition treaties of economic fugitives who loot and cheat the country and go and take shelter somewhere. All the countries must come together. This is not the problem of India. This is the problem of the entire world. If the world has to be peaceful, if the world has to be prosperous, if the world believes in inclusive growth of everybody becoming a partner in the development story of the countries, they must all come together on these 3 major issues. And I hope that everybody concerned should apply their mind and give a serious thought to these 3 things. The fact that 4 heads of states and more than 20 ministerial delegations have attended the summit shows the important role India is playing in the global stage. The growth of India in the last 15 years was not limited to industry alone, but it was witnessed in agriculture, which is the basic culture of India, infrastructure, rural development, IT services. IT has become the beauty, and it is the duty of all of us to join together and make it a mighty now. The entire globe, world is looking towards Indian IT industry. It has got a bright future. This transformation of India and Gujarat is a testimony of our strong resolve to put India on the global map as a preferred destination to live and do business. Narendra Bhai Modi, the Prime Minister, is taking all the initiatives that are required. He gave a call. He said, anybody want to invest in India? Welcome. No red tape, red carpet. Whoever want to come, red carpet, no red tape at all. You apply, you get reply. And then you can move forward. If you don't get reply, deemed to have been replied within 60 days, and then you can start your business. This is the approach. Now this is being followed by every state. Every political party, there is a broad consensus on this issue. That's why the growth is becoming faster. It will become much more faster in the coming days also. My dear friends, in the wake of various reforms initiatives, India jumped by several ranks in the World Bank ease of doing business, and it's placed at 77th position today. And yesterday I saw in the media that the Prime Minister said, we will not be satisfied with this and we want to reach the 50th position. Because India want to remove all the impediments in ease of doing business, ease of approvals. That is the need of the hour. Measures like demonetization, GST. GST, that is a goods and service tax, is the most revolutionary transformation taxation proposal of the world, I can tell you. I will tell you, the entire world is going to follow this GST model because there won't be any evasion of tax, no harassment, no middlemen, no leakage. Entire package will go to the people. That is the purpose of these reforms. Any reform in the beginning, there will be some initial problems. Any reform in the beginning will have some initial problems. And there has to be some tough measures. Some measures are taken and they are giving positivity. Giving thrust to road and air connectivity, 100 more airports are going to be operational in the coming days in India. Increased focus on infrastructure, housing and agriculture sectors have enabled the economy to pick up momentum today. India is home to second largest startup ecosystems in the world. It is said that India is also on the road to become third largest consumer market in view of the expanding middle class and growing disposable incomes. My dear sisters and brothers, this journey of sustained economic growth and development is an arduous one. Structured interventions, progressive reforms are a fundamental requirement today to maintain this momentum. Many thought leaders said any big and progressive growth is inhibiting in the short term. We have proved them wrong. Our GDP growth this year has been the fastest in the last 4 years, and this is indeed a true reflection of our potential. Developed countries can lead the way in transfer of technology to us. Time and again, we have proved that we are a responsible nation. We will create the ecosystem for safe copyright laws such that there is no hesitation in sharing technology with us. Our native talent will help build upon the technology to come up with innovative products and solutions. Several countries are rich in raw materials, not easily available in India. Help us find countries willing to sell their raw produce to a country eager to build, produce and innovate. At the same time, we are looking for newer markets where our companies can invest, sell and export goods. But most importantly, we are looking to go beyond trade and investment. We wish to create a long-lasting bonds between nations that will cement seeds of trust and cooperation. This will be paramount to identifying solutions to issues in the economic, social, cultural sphere, especially in today's world, which is much heterogeneous. The Vibrant Gujarat Global Biennial Summit, I believe, is an endeavor in the same direction. I understand the previous 8 editions of this event have provided a unique distinction to Vibrant Gujarat as an event of global repute. It is indeed noteworthy to mention that for the first time in the history of any state event in India, that 4 heads of state and several minister delegations have participated. Finally, what is the purpose of reforms? What is the purpose of science? What is the purpose of technology? What is the purpose of business? What is the purpose of growth? Is making the people's life comfortable, making the people's life happy. That is the aim. That being the aim, we must all come with new ideas, new innovations, reforms to take the progress forward. My dear friends, the ideas that are there today in the country, DBT, direct benefit transfer, scholarship, pension, compensation, insurance, whatever is due to you should reach you directly to your account, rather than going through middleman, going there, standing in a line, waiting for the queue, meeting the person, shaking hand, doing something in between hand should not be there. The ultimate idea is direct benefit transfer. JAM, Janadhana, Aadhaar, Mobile. 36 crore people have opened bank accounts in this country. 36 crore people. It's not an ordinary thing. That is the reform that is happening. The moment you open the bank account, you also feel that you are partner in the developmental story. And it's an inclusive growth. That is the idea. These ideas must be shared. And we are here in these global summits to know from each other's experience, understand what are the opportunities that are available, and try to invest wherever we can and get harvest. By invest, you get harvest also of the profit, provided if you follow the rules of the game. That being the case, these sort of global platforms, they are mutually beneficial to one and all. And I would like to compliment the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Vijay Rupani, the Deputy Chief Minister, Nitin Patel, and other ministers for effectively organizing such a massive global summit here, which has become a good success of representatives from 135 countries. I wish you all the best of this conference. I hope that you will go back enriched with more ideas and also information. And not only information, information with confirmation is more than an ammunition. You have come here not only to see the information, but also hear the information, but also have the confirmation so that you can take your countries and your sectors move forward. I'm very happy that Indian industry also, yesterday have responded massively to invest in Gujarat, because Gujarat is also a place of happening. And I hope that they invest in other parts of the country also, and all the states together make India a strong, stable, prosperous, inclusive nation, and which makes an inclusive world. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.